Hey y'all, it's Amber.
And Clara.
Welcome to Knead for Reality, where the mixers are loud, the takes are hotter than the oven, and the drama never disappoints.
Grab a glass of wine, coffee, or whatever is around you, preheat to 350, and let's get into it. Hello, and welcome to Knead for Reality.
What's up, Clara?
What's up, Amber?
We're doing it.
We're doing the pod.
I'm so excited.
For those who don't know us, and for those who aren't family or friends, I'm Clara. I'm one of your co-hosts for Knead for Reality.
And I'm Amber, the other wonderful co-host for this podcast.
And you're probably wondering what this is.
Well, let's dive into it.
All right. Well, for those who don't know our great plan to get famous, hopefully,
Fingers are crossed.
Amber and I decided to start a podcast and basically just recap reality TV shows, but also add a little element of baking into it.
Because Clara and I, really love sweet treats. And so why not watch reality TV with a sweet treat?
And so every week we will be recapping some of your favorite reality TV shows. And at the end, Amber basically will give you a nice recipe to bring to your watch parties. Or if you just sit at home and you love a good sweet treat, she'll be providing you those sweet treat recipes.
And you'll get how we made it on our TikTok and Instagram and YouTube shorts.
Can't wait.
Can't wait.
But
Clara, the people are probably wondering, how have we met?
oh my gosh. Let's take it back to the year of 2016.
Bum, bum, bum.
Back when gas prices were actually cheaper. Amber and I both went to West Virginia University, and where she had her wonderful siblings there. Well, sibling there. And I unfortunately was in love with her sibling, but it didn't work out.
But you got the better one anyways, at the end of the day. So shout out to my sibling for bringing us together.
But I really think our friendship took off after we moved to like the DC area. And I think we were both just like kind of a little bit lonely. And we were like, wait, should we hang out?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of. What's funny is I moved to the DC area and lived in my in-laws' basement, and you happened to live in the same area. And then you moved, and I basically followed you.
And I think that's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. I actually wanted to meet you. That's why I did that.
I'm flattered. I think we started this idea of Monday night dinners where Amber would come over to my apartment and we would sit and we would watch The Bachelorette. And I think that our first season was Claire's season.
Yes, I would say that's probably right.
Yeah, and so then we continued on the tradition, I moved neighborhoods and Amber still actually, no, I think I started coming over to you because that's when I didn't have laundry.
That's because at the root of our friendship is laundry. From college to now.
I had an in-unit washer and dryer in college, and Amber lived right down the street, so she just bucked up and came up every single week and did her laundry, and then, I mean, in-unit laundry is really expensive, but we don't have to get into that.
All I know is I will never live without a place without a laundry machine ever again. Sorry, Clara.
It's okay. Amber has a house and I do not, so it's fine. I love bringing my laundry over here. But back to reality TV, I think that reality TV really brings people together. If you're on Twitter, X, formerly Twitter, Reddit, Threads, Instagram even, there's always this discourse. And I feel like every, reality TV season really pops off. There's always a character that you really love, a villain that you hate. And so I just really love that you and me decided that with all our yapping, the people needed to hear it.
They would love our opinions.
100%. So, I mean, kicking it off, we really loved the Bachelor franchise. I think we really digested. Do you remember that one season where they did the musical season?
Oh my God, was that wait, like for someone's?
It was no, it was like a
Or was that the
season where
challenge?
they were all musicians and they were trying to find love.
I think that was before I started watching at Pilot Pete's season, so that I don't know if I watched that.
It was before? Okay, well, oh, no, it was after?
So you're talking about The Bachelor Presents Listen to Your Heart.
Mhm.
That started on ABC in April of 2020.
So
I don't think I watched that.
I was already in my apartment by then. So maybe you didn't, maybe I don't know, but
No, well, if it was in April of 2020, I wasn't near you yet. I was still out in the old
there.
neighborhood.
Okay, then never mind.
Because we
Well,
didn't start lunches I mean, wow, lunches, dinners, at least until July or August of 2020.
yeah, I think you're right. But nonetheless, if any of our listeners remember that, listen to your heart, that was ridiculous. I'm glad they never did it again.
The only spinoff I like from The Bachelor, Bachelorette season is Bachelor in Paradise, and not the new one, the old one in Mexico, where they're on the beach drinking margaritas.
Yes, I would agree. This new season of Bachelor in Paradise definitely went off grid, but, I mean, what would you say is one of your favorite Bachelor or Bachelorette seasons?
Ooh, since Pilot Pete, that's a good question. I probably I know you're gonna take this one. I like Joey's. But I like any of the ones that actually stayed together. So I know Joey and Kelsey stayed together. Um, who else has stayed together? Oh, Zach? Oh my god, yeah, Zach and Katie, because they just got married not that long ago. Oh, and Charity and Dalton. Oh wait, I loved Charity's season. She was so sweet.
I would
She's someone I'd
agree.
wanna meet in person.
For real. I would definitely say who did Pilot Pete pick?
Anne. Anne Slouse, she's now married to, the running back? A football player, that's all you need to know.
Okay. Well, I would
Went the
say
football route.
probably one of the most genuine seasons we had was Joey. I would say Zach, but his season was kind of bland and boring. I
Yeah.
feel like we all thought he was bland and boring and a little vanilla. I don't know what, like,
Well, but he never mind.
I would say for The Bachelorette, I
I
think
don't
Hannah
know.
Brown is still one of my favorite seasons because that podium pickup that she does when
Yeah.
that crazy guy, I think what's his name,
Iconic.
Luke? She was
Yeah.
he was like she was like, "You need to leave," and then, like, he was like, "I'm not leaving until you're there," and, like, she just picks up the podium. She was like, "Okay, continuing on."
And moving on. I watched after, but I remember that season because I was following it on Twitter and I was like,
Mhm.
"Ooh, maybe I need to get into this." But, Michelle Young will always have a special place in my heart.
I know, remember that time we met her on your bachelorette trip?
Yes. Oh my god, I fangirled. She was probably like, "Oh my gosh,
Right.
this is odd. I just wanted brunch and here's a bride."
We all got a photo. We'll put that photo on our Instagram.
Thank you, Michelle, for letting us talk to you.
I love that. Well, as we mentioned earlier, Amber and I just have so many opinions, and that's why we thought, why not share with the world? And the love of baking just really ties it in together. So we hope that you guys enjoy and let us know, like, if there's a recipe you want to see, or if there's like, a reality TV show where you need our hot takes,
Mm,
we will dive in because we are dedicated to the art.
very dedicated to the art.
And so, as we did also say, we were really excited to watch this season of The Bachelorette because it had Taylor Frankie Paul. And as many of you may know, that season is no longer happening.
If you could see us, we're wearing black. We are mourning that we cannot watch The Bachelorette for good reasons, obviously, but still sad that we're not getting it this year.
Yeah. So without further ado, if you are not familiar with what's going on, or if you just need to hear two girls yap about what the hell just happened this week, let's dive into it.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so this season of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, what a doozy.
Let me tell you, I was like, "What the heck am I watching today?"
I need your overall opinion on like the whole entire season.
I don't know, this one was kinda hard to watch, and I'm gonna let the internet influence my opinion a little bit because I think what really spoke to me and my heart was I saw someone post how, like, you see, um oh my god, what's her name? Not Tequila, not Macy,
Jesse?
actress. Yes. How Layla has been struggling with an eating disorder, and she looks so thin. Obviously, Michaela is going through her marriage stuff. Um, Macy is also postpartum too and dealing with all the stuff she's gotten into, and it's like it's really cool what they're doing, but it's also really hard to see because it's like you're deteriorating kinda in front of everybody.
Mhm.
So that kinda was really sad for me to watch, but definitely the drama was juicy. I was like, "Jen, girl, you are starting the dramas between you and Whitney." But I was a huge Whitney stan this season. I was like, "Girl, get your bag. Get out to New York and dance your little heart out on Chicago." But I am sad that she did not win. Um, whatchamacallit, Dancing with the Stars. Shout
Yeah.
out Steve Irwin. You were still fantastic. You were the one I wanted. Sorry, Robert. Robert.
You were with me, rest in peace. I know you would have won Dancing with the Stars too. Oh, man. I would agree with you. I wish that Layla's storyline had more time put onto it. I feel like it's really important to talk about that because so many women, I mean, even men, like, struggle with that. Um,
Well, I didn't even realize that you could be addicted to GL1P, however you pronounce it.
GLP-1s.
Yeah.
Well, I
Or
think
is it
like
because of,
any
like, the
drug, it's the addicting feeling of like you're watching yourself lose weight. I'm not on one, but
yeah,
like I also think it's the satisfactory of like it's working. I mean,
fair.
yeah. So I do, I don't know how much she's talked about it online. I should check, but like
Mm,
I definitely think that that's a huge part of it of like you're seeing results, you're seeing results. Um, I will say that I think I was so frustrated with the season because you do see that a lot of the women are thriving.
mhm,
And, when it comes to Miranda, she's really thriving. I think she's kind of changed her life around and like they really only focused with her friend like
yeah,
in that plot point. And I didn't really love that. I would love to see her relationship with like Chase and how like they co-parent because it
mhm.
feels like to me that it's a lot healthier than the other co-parenting relationships that we're seeing.
I agree, and especially if Layla's dating Chase's brother and they're gonna be kind of like a storyline, might as well just loop that whole storyline in. Felt like a big botch.
Yeah, I will say, I personally think that Mason is fine as fuck. Um,
Hey.
and if I had to rate Dad Talk, it would be Chase, Dakota, Mason. I'm sorry I said Dakota second. He might get bumped down due to the allegations. Jacob, Jace, my Uber driver from 2 weeks ago,
Hey.
my work building greeter, Zach, Connor, the gum stuck to the bottom of my shoe, and then Jordan because
You
he
are
looks like a freaking
hilarious.
elf.
But speaking of dad talk, one big, huge gripe I had with Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is it's called Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Why do we have dad talk in the show? I
Stop
am not there for dad talk. I want the ladies. I don't care about the men. I want the storyline. Strictly women.
stop trying to make dad talk a thing.
That's what
It's
I'm
not a
saying,
thing.
ABC. I hope you hear this. It's not about the men. Sorry, Hulu.
Yeah.
I'm there for the ladies. I want
Well, I'm so fascinated that we got to see that we are gonna get them on Vanderpump Villa.
right.
I didn't realize that Vanderpump Villa got renewed for season 2 or 3? 2? Actually, no, it's season 3. They had a first season that did not have Stassi, and then they had season 2 that had Stas,
Is Stassi
and now
on
it's season 3.
with Stassi still, or did they pick
I
another
think she's
host?
still gonna be
I
there.
didn't really I haven't gotten into the villa,
I
even though
actually
I love
loved it.
Lisa.
Yeah, so but also, like, I don't know if Stassi's gonna be there forever because she's getting her own reality TV show as well that we're
Mm.
gonna see. But anyway,
Ooh,
I
maybe future topic.
can't wait. But I would say one of the things that had me rolling was the fact that we didn't get Demi at all, but we got her we got her confessionals.
I loved that. I literally wrote in my notes, highlight of the season. And I loved when Debbie went in to do the recording stuff with her
What was
husband.
that scene?
You don't know what the world may never know.
And that's why, like, I think confessionals are so important because, like, we have no context to that. Like, we don't know where that song is. Is it coming out? Can I listen to it on my Spotify? Like
Is it the next Sheena Shea, Good as Gold? I don't know. These are the answers. I need question. Wait,
I
these are
need
the
answers.
questions
I need
I need
answers.
answers to.
Oh, man. I also feel like Dakota and Taylor are this generation's Sam and Ron.
Yeah, I would agree.
Ron, stop it.
Who wrote the note?
Um, I think that, like, I mean, if we're getting into absolute, like, seriousness, it's like Taylor, Frankie Paul, and Dakota Mortensen, absolute toxicity. I mean, if I that relationship has to be studied, and, like, I don't wanna get into allegations. I mean, I do wanna get into allegations, but I don't wanna, like, start rumors. Not
Yeah.
like this podcast will start rumors, but, like, I just have to know if, we obviously see that their relationship is toxic, but are they, like, doing stuff together, like drugs that makes that bond kind of closer? Because you see them strung out, like, with each other all the time
Oh, I
almost.
didn't think about that.
Oh, I definitely have been seeing
You're
that.
really
I've been,
funny.
like, diving deep into this.
Clearly. I thought it was personality based because even what I was what was breaking my heart was seeing how Taylor's mom and Taylor were kind of like going at it all season. And not every mother daughter relationship is perfect, but I was like,
Mm,
dang, is this really what it's like behind closed doors?
yeah.
Because it could be a learned trait as well.
Well, when we see her calling Dakota saying, "Did you enjoy it? Did you like
Oh,
it?"
yeah, that was
And
weird.
that was weird, but then we later find out that, like, they get off on that, like, of the toxic of, like, "Tell me everything you did. Tell me what she did, the blah, blah, blah." Like,
Oh, yeah, they
that
talked about
that
that.
was sick shit, dude.
Maybe they're just that kinky.
I don't know if it's kinky or if it's just absolute horseshit. I feel like I had so many hot takes and I need to start writing them down. I am very curious as to, Whitney has distanced herself, and
Mhm.
I'm wondering if we will see her on the next season, and I have a feeling we won't.
I feel like she's, like, hit Adriana Maddox where it's like, "You're way beyond."
Mhm.
She's got other amazing things going on for her, so why do it? And especially I mean, didn't they extend her on Chicago?
They did.
So then if they're theoretically filming right now, or I know it's paused, but if they're filming right now, she's probably not filming.
She is?
She is filming?
Interesting.
That is interesting.
She is currently filming season 5 or will intend to be in it. She does say it might be her last season with the show.
Interesting.
Then not surprised. Well, I'm glad that if she does decide to leave at season 5, that at least we're getting an exit, unlike Demi, who just said, "Bye."
I do have a question. We saw 2 Mormon wives on Dancing with the Stars. Do you think that ABC, Hulu had a discussion that it would be easier to film a season with 2 Dancing with the Stars people, 2 Mormon wives? Because originally it was supposed to be 1, I think. And so I wonder if the producers were like, "Can you take 2 of them so that we can send a camera crew to Los Angeles to make sure that we're getting the both of them
Oh,
for season 4?"
I wouldn't be surprised if
Yeah.
that was what was discussed.
I mean,
Well, then,
logistically,
okay,
it makes
well,
sense because I don't think we've ever seen 2 cast members from the same show on Dancing with the Stars together.
I I just thought it was coincidence, to be honest, that not I thought it I did not think it had anything to do with them filming during that time. So interesting. Okay, well, if you were ABC, Hulu, ABC, I guess, and you only had to pick one, who would you have picked?
Oh, obviously Whitney. I mean, like, I personally thought Whitney was listen, Jen did amazing things. I mean, the fact that she did this postpartum, like, what, 6,
Mhm.
8 weeks?
Yeah,
Insane. She did so good for herself, and I feel like she can't be too hard on herself, and
yeah.
we saw how hard she was on herself. But my god, that woman, Whitney, amazing, fantastic, phenomenal.
Well, I wonder if Jen was in postpartum, if there would have been a little bit tougher decision making in that sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I bet Jen is just as strong of a dancer. She just
Mhm.
didn't get the chance and she was so close to having just had a kid.
Yeah. I don't know, but
But Whitney, you were great.
I,
Loved you.
wanna kind of get into the finale because that was insane.
Why would you leave Utah thinking you might be pregnant with someone's child? I was like, girl, you are going on The Bachelorette. What if she was pregnant? Obviously, we know now she was not, that we know of, I guess.
But is that part of the toxicity of like, "Oh, well, I'm ovulating.
Oh.
Oh, I'm not on birth control." Like, I think
It
I
was a
mean, that sounds so negative, and I just wanna say I love women and I love supporting women, but in this case, like, it's just like we see apparently, part of it was clipped where she does tell Dakota, "I haven't got my period yet," and that was on that phone call when she, like, is like, "Did you enjoy it?" So,
Oh,
that's alleged.
shoot.
I don't know if that's true.
Allegedly.
So, I do wonder if that I just feel like how toxic she is,
Mm.
that's some shit that she would do.
But that is messed up. But I guess if you're in a toxic relationship, reality or normalcy is kind of thrown out the window at that point.
Mhm.
But I
Well
was like, I was still shocked. I was like,
well, it's
what?
interesting too to see her friends kinda just, like, start realizing, like, we can't keep doing this. We can't keep feeding into her, like, delusion of, like, keeping Dakota around, and
Hmm.
that just, like, kind of, like, broke my heart that I mean, we kinda see now, like, I don't know if she's gonna continue filming.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how her contract's gonna go, but the fact that she let a man like that
Mm.
completely break her and I don't think we saw that with her ex-husband.
No.
So what is it about Dakota? Like, is this schlong big?
Allegedly.
Just like is there any other part that you have about the season before we get into the
Well,
allegations?
I guess I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Do you think Hulu ABC has a a, a moral obligation? Like they're filming these people for what, 2, 3 months of their lives, we'll
Mhm,
say. You see that your cast members are going off the wire, you know, obviously, like you're seeing them day in and day out. Do you think that like, I forget which episode it was, but they were like, if you have a problem, go to www dot whatever slash support. Do
mhm.
you think that ABC Hulu should be doing that too, but for their reality TV stars? Because you can't say that you're filming these people and you don't know that you can see these bad things happening or
Mhm.
things just don't feel right. So do they have or some sort of right to be like, I think we need a pause for you so that you can take a break and get some help or whatever you need.
Then they shouldn't have like filmed the first season of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Like in my opinion, like you saw, and this kind of gets into that. I have a few opinions. One, in that first season of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, you see Taylor Frankie Paul get into that incident with someone, and where the cops are called, and where you see the police body cam footage. She should have never been able to make more money off of that incident, in my opinion.
Mhm.
I think ABC and Hulu had 100% responsibility to say, "Is this person actually suitable and mentally fit to, like, continue recording
Mhm.
and making this show?" Because, like, I mean, like, you can't stop someone from posting on TikTok. That's gonna happen
Yeah.
regardless. My second thing is we see the producers a lot, not a lot, but on like Summer House, when something goes down, the cast member will go talk to the producer and be
Mm.
like, I need a break. I need a minute. Like, please stop recording me, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
We saw that on Vanderpump Rules during some
Mhm.
of the like reunions with Sandoval.
Yeah.
We see it on The Bachelor sometimes when like the cast lead or even like one
Needs
of
like
the
that
people
break.
go over and it's like talks to a producer and you can tell it's a producer. So my question is, why don't we really see that during Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
Right.
Like, I even think, like, back to season 3 when there's, like, a fight that ensues between at the Halloween party.
Yeah.
You didn't see a producer in sight.
Yeah.
So, I just wonder why it's so different with this show, and is it because the way that they go off the rails gets so many viewers, and that's what makes this show very different from other reality TV shows.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's entertaining because obviously it's not my life. Obviously, reality TV is a nice escape from what's going on in
Mhm.
my world, but it would be nice just to see a little more intervention, especially because as juicy as this season was, I really hope that the cast members are with this pause that they're taking for season 5, that everybody's getting the help that they need or, like, a breather that they so much deserve.
Yeah. So, let's get into why this season is paused, if we will. A few weeks ago, we saw allegations that, Taylor, Frankie Paul, and Dakota got into an argument where it got physical, and she choked him with a necklace.
Crazy.
I mean, did you believe it when it first came out?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like you said, you go back to season 1 and part of the first episode was the body cam footage.
Mhm.
So, I mean, history does repeat itself if you don't get the proper help that you need.
Seriously. So, Taylor Frankie Paul's season of The Bachelorette, season 22, was fully filmed,
Mm.
fully edited, and was about to premiere. I mean, we are recording this on Sunday, March 22nd, and we should be watching that first episode,
Yep.
and we are not. So days before the premiere, a video resurfaced from the past incident involving her and Dakota. We don't know if it was released by Dakota or was it that because TMZ obtained it from court records. I don't think that has been verified yet. But because of that necklace choking incident, a lot of the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives cast said that they were no longer comfortable recording with and filming with Taylor Frankie Paul. And I honestly don't blame them.
Me either.
I think that her being part of Mom Talk, and I mean specifically like the leader of Mom Talk, and then also her being, I mean, she's the reason why Mom Talk started.
Mhm.
I have a feeling those women are going to distance themselves from the Mom Talk brand. Because like I don't think they can kick her out. I mean, I don't know if you think that.
I think they would need to do a rebrand without her because she is well, when you think of Mom Talk, you don't think of Macy or Michaela or Lace or whatever, Layla, sorry. You think of Taylor Frankie Paul. So it makes me wonder how the women will maybe rebrand without her so that
Yeah.
they can do their own thing, or maybe they try and keep it and try and get a new, we'll say quote unquote leader. But who would you think that would be?
Not Whitney. She's gone. I think
I
it would
know, but
either
Whitney would have been
be
a great one. Do you think Demi comes back?
absolutely not. I think she's done. Her and her fruity pebbles can go stay somewhere else and on this grocery store shelf.
Well, I guess all the other ones I don't.
I would say it would my bet would be Jesse would try and make a run for it
Okay.
or Macy.
I would say Jesse over Macy. Just because, not that I'm saying Macy's not a leader, but based on having still a newborn and she did the book, she a busy queen.
Yeah, but so is Jesse. I mean, she's running a
True.
hair empire.
That is true too. I don't
Yeah,
know. I just that one's a hard question, but I would probably lean towards Jesse
yeah,
as like if I had to pick one. And it is probably because she is a boss queen with the empire of the hair.
yeah.
She's
I'm
got the leadership skills to do it.
very curious to see how her divorce plays out. I'm a little nervous for her on that.
Me
Prayers up.
too. And well, because did they show the prenup? Was that on the show or was that online?
That was on the show about how she was reviewing the prenup with her dad, and
Yeah.
she says that famous line of, "I can't imagine divorcing Jordan because he's gonna make it 10 times difficult, more
Yep.
difficult than it needs to be." And I mean, we're seeing now that he is because he just filed for divorce to beat her to it.
Right. Ugh,
I know.
I'm just kidding.
So changing alone. We do know that Taylor Frankie Paul got engaged, and the man that she was engaged to has spoken out. Do What are your thoughts on that? Will I pull up what his name was?
I feel bad for him, to be honest, because obviously they might have gotten engaged, but clearly they did not stay together. And I bet you any money it has to do with Dakota.
Mhm.
I don't know. I mean, I feel bad for him. I feel bad for the whole cast because you spend how much of your time, how much of your money to be on this show for it to not air.
Mhm.
I just feel bad because he definitely got sucked in to the chaos that is Dakota and Taylor. And he probably was like, I'm not doing this. Peace out, Girl Scout. What do you think?
So, okay. So according to Reality Steve, which we all have our feelings about Reality Steve, and I will say he's right usually, but I was fully dedicated to not watching Reality Steve this season or looking at his stuff.
Mm,
But his statement is, and this is all alleged, since filming ended, Taylor and Doug have broken up, and yes, it's because of Dakota. As pretty much everyone has been saying since the second she was announced as the Bachelorette, Taylor was never over Dakota. And it was just revealed to the public in episode 10 of Secret Lives that she slept with Dakota the night before leaving for filming.
mhm.
Doug flew to Utah about a month after the engagement in January, I'm told, and Taylor ended it. The reasons behind it, I guess we'll find out when it airs. Plot twist, will never air. But if Taylor says it's anything other than Dakota, she's not being honest with herself or the audience. So, as many TikToks or teases she does on social media, it's just to promote her season. She's not with Doug anymore, nor is she with Dakota. She just can't seem to move on from him. We'll hear from their sides on finale night, I'm sure, and then we'll see how it all played out when season 5 of Secret Lives Mormon Wives coming out the fall because corporate synergy. Agreed. So, yes, exactly what everyone predicted would happen before the season even started filming is exactly what ended up happening. No one should be surprised at this ultimate outcome. I will say Doug is a hot man. He low key looks Amish in his photo, but it's the beard, I think.
It probably is the
Um,
beard.
but
But that's so sad.
it is, and it's like it also does low key look like Dakota. So,
Well, she clearly has a type.
oh yeah,
Well, then it makes me wonder in um the last episode when he's on FaceTime with Taylor and he's like, "Save me a rose." Do we know if he actually ended up going
I don't
to
think ABC would have allowed him to walk on like that because I think they
well,
know that
they've
she
done
would
it
have
in the
spiraled.
past.
I guess with what Hannah and Pilot Pete in
Well,
that season.
and what's his face? He was on Tasha and Claire's season and then showed up on Katie Thurston's season. Or no,
Blake?
yeah,
Yeah.
Blake Moynes?
Moynes.
Moynes. Boing.
Yeah, God
Yeah,
bless him.
he showed up, like and he was on Bachelor in Paradise, what, once or
That
twice?
man was just trying to get his bag.
He also was really looking for a wife.
Yeah.
Farmer wants a wife.
Once a another show we couldn't
I know.
Anyway, um, they also did not go international, so while we were planning for the season, we were looking for international desserts.
Mhm.
We did not get any international footage.
Disappointed to see that. I would have only we would have what, picked Utah as a dessert destination, LA, Miami,
Miami.
and that was it?
No, they went to Vegas too, so I guess that's
4?
Nevada. They went to
But I was
hometown, so they went to Georgia, Nashville, San Diego, um, Colorado.
why do you think they didn't go international? Well, now I mean, now hindsight 2020, really glad they didn't go internationally because think about how much money they would have wasted.
Well, let's talk about how much money that ABC allegedly will lose. I think we saw in a few episodes. I mean, it's people are guessing from 20 million to 30 million to 100 million
Easily.
dollars.
Yeah.
I mean, think about all the promos they did, all the clothing, all the promotional branding. I mean, Cinnabon was the first one to pull out. And we know Cinnabon does not mess with domestic violence.
Heck no.
No. I do think that it's interesting that a lot of people are saying that she might have to pay back ABC, but I'm also hearing rumors, all rumors, you guys, and we'll confirm when we find out because like new information's come out all the time that she might be suing ABC if they're going to try and sue her.
Well, yeah, because obviously she doesn't actually have that money in the bank and it's not I mean, unless she broke a clause in the contract.
Well, they're saying that she broke the clause by spoiling it by like pointing out that she got back with Dakota. I don't know how she spoiled it,
I
but
don't know how she would have spoiled it either, but I don't see how she would need to pay them back. 'Cause she was like you said, she was doing teasers with with the guy she got engaged to, assuming that was him and not Dakota.
How crazy if she just hired a random man and was like, "I need to do promos for my season."
Well, I mean, she uh, sent Ben from where was he? Actually, I think he was from Virginia Beach.
Oh, really?
I think so. I think they said that in the episode. So she's not afraid to
Right, right,
bring
Ben, that
in
she flew
men.
out. Oh
Yeah. So it's she could have flown out Ben, said, "Will you be my double?"
my god. Can we also talk about how messy the season Ori was getting? Like, this episode or this season of The Bachelorette, apparently one of her suitors was involved in a 2014 accident that left a former Republican Congressman, Madison Cawthorn, paralyzed. So this guy's name was Brad Ledford, and he apparently was a handsome California cowboy looking for love. But you can see that 12 years before his journey onto Bachelor Nation, he was involved in an accident that left that former congressman in a wheelchair. So they were 17 and 18, and that's when their car crashed. And I guess Brad was operating the vehicle. So Brad denied that he intentionally abandoned his friend in the aftermath because apparently he left the scene, but was not great news. So, I mean, like, here again, we have ABC not vetting their people, and apparently, I'm one of the contestants spoke out, and he was saying about how he had to go through, like, emotional and, like, testing, what's that called? An eval? A psych eval. They had to go through so much vetting, they found, like, a ticket from him that he didn't pay, and it's like, so
So
why are we
then,
letting these men through?
yeah, why would you let the I mean, granted, he was just a kid at that stage in his life, but still, if obviously that's gonna come out.
Yeah.
People are going to find out. This is the digital age.
It is. So, I mean, there was outrage when she got selected as the Bachelorette because, like, I mean, a lot of people are like, ABC's just trying to get their viewers back up. We all know that, like, the franchise was kind of already in trouble. But I think what was really the nail in the coffin is this domestic violence, like, incident that happened in
Right.
2023.
Well, they had their own proof too from, like you said, season one. Maybe they didn't go
Yeah.
through their own videos.
Maybe, I mean, maybe they do. Apparently, some contestants are reportedly considering legal action too, because, like, think about all the people that, like, quit their jobs and decided, like, I'm gonna upend my life and go on the show. And also, they were probably all banking on some influencer deals.
They really weren't there for love.
And they weren't, no, who is, honestly.
I would
Um,
be, but I already found love.
yeah, well, cool. Not all of us have that in our lives. Um, what do you think the future franchise is gonna
I
be
don't know how
like?
you recover from this. How will The Bachelor survive this?
Well, also, I mean, we kinda already covered that. Mom Talk's not gonna survive this. The Bachelor's not gonna survive this.
What if they do Secret Lives of Mormon Dads? I'm not watching.
I literally will boycott. I will never watch that. There are rumors, though, that Layla and Miranda might have a dual season. There rumors, but what are your thoughts on that?
I wouldn't be upset about it. I mean, I know we'll get into some other shows coming and some old Vanderpump Rules people showing up on another show. I think some people deserve the spinoffs. I would really like, and especially because I feel like Layla and Miranda are, I would say, not forefront characters of Secret Lives of
Mhm.
Mormon Wives. So I think it'd be really cool to just learn more about them.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I agree. I mean, I love Miranda this season. I think she's our unproblematic queen. I do think the way that she handled that whole entire situation with Taylor and her friend
Yeah.
Serene,
Yeah. Something like that.
something like that, um,
Beautifully.
gracefully.
Yeah. Because she did not deserve all the slack that she was getting from Taylor. I was like, whoa, girl. What? Like, she had nothing to do with it. That's her friend.
Yeah.
You should be yelling at Dakota, not your friend.
Yeah, I
Well,
just
that whole scene made me upset because I was like, "You're yelling at the wrong people."
100%, 100%. Like, I mean, her friends have always been there for her. I feel like
Yeah,
if I was her friend at this point, I'd be like, "I actually don't give a shit. Like, go ruin your life at this point." Like,
right.
and I'm sad forever because, I mean, I'm sure that's hard to watch your parents even at that young age. That's, like, ingrained in your
Mhm.
brain, and, we are seeing that Dakota has partial custody right now, and it's kind of like, my heart just breaks for him,
Mhm.
really, that poor little baby.
Ever should actually go with Taylor's sister.
100%. I
She was
mean,
so sweet. I loved every time she was on my screen.
yeah, I think I don't maybe it's that dad that, like, really leveled out the craziness from the mom.
Maybe.
I mean, sorry, mom, but
She's got her own stuff.
yeah. Any other final thoughts on Taylor Frankie Paul season of The Bachelorette? May it rest in peace?
Maybe one day ABC will release it. I'm
Rel
still very curious.
Release the tapes.
The people wanna know.
I do wonder if they will, but, like, somehow figure out a way to, like, not get promo from it. People would I mean, I would still watch it. I know what I just said. I would still watch
I
it.
would still watch it.
100%.
Gotta be honest.
Oh, man. Let's, transition to something a little bit less dramatic. I think girl friendships are just so important, and they're timeless.
They
Just like
are
just like our well, your
our it was still a team effort.
just like our yellow cake,
Golden
golden cake
with
with
chocolate icing.
oh, it's gorgeous. I mean, the viewers can't see right now unless you're watching the video, but she's gorge.
Well, she's a little there were some lessons learned while making this cake, and if you can see, the icing's melted a little bit because we rushed and iced it. Whoops.
Well, Amber, you are the baking queen here, so why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about this cake and why we chose it?
So, well, I guess kinda like what you said. We have a timeless friendship. So why not pick a timeless cake, something that's great at every occasion? Golden cake with chocolate icing. But I also really don't like chocolate too much, so I feel like it's a great balance between chocolate and not chocolate. This recipe that we used is from the King Arthur's Baking School book. And what I love about this specifically, and after reading that book too, they measure everything out in grams. And let me tell you, as someone who hates doing dishes, I used like maybe four. Way out your ingredients, way less um, dishes at the end. And this one's so easy. I had everything in my kitchen. Well, they recommended cake flour. Your girl does not just keep cake flour on hand. So all purpose worked just fine. Um, Key things though, don't forget to add the sugar. I did. And I was like, why does the batter taste like butter?
I love butter though.
And I was like, oh shoot, there's no sugar.
Could you explain a little bit more as to why it's better to weigh things out versus like doing the traditional scoop and like level?
Because if you are always accurate if you weigh it out in grams, because you might have, let's say you have 2 cups, right? And you fill up one with the flour and the other one with flour.
Mhm.
They could still weigh differently because maybe you scraped off a little too much, maybe there was a little too like you didn't scrape off enough in one. So at least when you're doing it via grams, it will come out the same every time.
That's actually really smart. So, like, sometimes your recipe might not come out the same if you're
Mhm.
doing the level method.
Correct. Well, and in the book, the things we still use for, like, measuring is, like, salt, like, baking powder. They still
Mm,
say, like, a quarter teaspoon or whatever because 'cause they're so small.
yeah.
It is what it is. But a lot of the big stuff let me tell you, this icing was made with love. I weighed out 340 grams of sifted powdered sugar. Keep in mind, it's already been sifted 10 times by the company that made it. So,
What happens if you don't sift your confectioner sugar?
well, it probably just wouldn't have made it as creamy, to be honest. But I am a rule follower,
Mm,
so obviously I sifted the flour.
I love
Not
that.
the flour, the sugar.
Um, were there any other key steps or things that you wanted to mention about this recipe?
I would say the 2 big ones is if your recipe calls for room temperature, make sure it's actually room temperature because I've definitely made things while they're still cold and it just does not turn out the same.
Mm,
And then my hot take is if you're lining something with parchment paper, put Crisco on the pan and then the parchment paper because when you flip it out, it's like nonstick.
oh. You know what? I would say my big lesson, from, like, watching you do it because I just put the cake in, took it
You did a
out.
great job.
Thank you.
I was
I
very
did flip the
proud.
cake too.
You did.
I would well, like, I think that baking racks I have always had baking racks, but I never actually used them, and so, like, watching you, like well, you
You did
telling
it.
me I did
I
do
was gonna
it,
say
you telling
you
me to
did
flip
it.
it, I was actually fascinated by that. So I think more baking racks are in my future.
Yeah, you should have at least 2. But I also do bake more than you. Cookie Christmas cookie extravaganza requires a lot
That is true.
of cooling racks, hence why I have so many.
That's true. I also didn't realize that your heavy cream has to be left out and be at room temperature.
I learned that while reading that today too, and I was like,
Oh,
"Interesting."
I both learned a lesson.
Eh. We're coming into the final whisk. What is one takeaway or lesson, Clara, that you learned from either our bake or reality TV?
I also did not know the Crisco thing or the parchment paper. I actually never use parchment paper, unless it's, like, for cookies. So, that was one of my final lists, but, I mean, I have to tell you, my biggest lesson from this week is to just not have a toxic baby daddy. I'm terrified. You're fine. I'm not. I need to watch out for that.
Well, luckily, you've got a wonderful producer and co-host and Ben, triple co-host eventually to be like, Clara, no, you gotta cut him."
I will say that I if it's not blatantly obvious, I am a very single lady, and Amber's wonderful husband was going through my Hinge this week, and he was like, "The bar is on the floor," and I was like, "No, the bar is in hell. I am in hell right now. I hate it. Hell is Hinge." Our producer is also saying that it's terrible out there.
I am very glad I found Ben. Shout out West Virginia University for bringing my best friend and my husband.
Ciao. Anyway, okay, Amber, what is your final whisk? Your one takeaway or lesson from this week, whether it was a show or baking?
Mine would be I need to set everything out so I don't forget ingredients and have to add them at the last minute. And my other takeaway is check on your friends. You know, I mean, we saw that, you know, Layla was going through her stuff, Michaela, like just
Mhm.
check in with your friends.
Mm.
I actually did that this week to a few of mine that I just haven't talked to in a while. And it felt good because I was like, I still care about you. And if you ever need anything, call me.
That's such a good check-in. I love that. That was really
Mm,
nice. Well, I feel like the vibes are high right now, and
they
I
are.
really wanna dive into this cake,
I know.
and
I'm
we
so excited.
also have not eaten dinner yet. So we might have to do that first and then cake.
No,
No cake
dessert,
first.
dessert before dinner. We deserve
Um,
it.
we do. This was a lot.
Wait, should we do a live taste test?
No, because we can't eat on audio, remember? The people don't wanna hear our
No, they won't hear that.
We'll mute it.
Well, we can eat it off mic and then say, the sugar was not there. No, just kidding.
Whoopsie. I will say that because Taylor Frankie Paul messed up, we had to pivot. Insert that meme from Friends. Pivot! Um, so we are changing what we will be watching. We decided that we are going to be watching The Real Housewives of Rhode Island.
I'm
New
so
franchise alert!
excited.
And we will also be recapping Love Overboard, which is from the Unwell Network, Alex
Mhm.
Cooper. And then also we are doing The Valley season 2. So if you have not watched The Valley season 1, please start. Our producer will be doing that this week. That is her homework because she is not caught up. So I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, but we'll be doing Love Overboard first since that comes out this coming week, and Rhode Island and Valley don't come out for another 2 weeks as we are recording this. So expect Love Overboard at our next episode.
Yes, so start watching. But also I realize we totally missed the Hannah Montana 20th anniversary. It has not come out yet, but we will be talking about that.
Oh, 100%. I am a Miley Cyrus stan.
I'm so excited.
I cannot wait.
Um,
Ayy.
Follow us on TikTok and YouTube.
And Instagram.
We are at Need for Reality. Need is spelled Knead for reality because
We're a baking
we
podcast
are, if you haven't
and a
gotten
reality
just
podcast.
now.
So the Hannah Montana special is actually Tuesday.
You get the best
Of
of both
both
worlds.
worlds. I'll take us slow.
And you
Look
rock
at
out
the
the show.
show.
So subscribe, leave a review, be kind because this is our first podcast episode. If there's any kinks, we will work them out. And share with your fellow drama lovers.
Or your fellow bakers in life.
You know, you never know. I would like to thank Riverside Podcasting for their wonderful platform. That is who we are using. And we will put the outro music and intro music credits in the caption. So make sure you check that out. Amber, anything else from you?
I hope everyone has a fabulous week, and we will see you next week.
This is us signing off.
Bye.
Bye.